I guess I'm live now. Nice message. StreamYard has lost access to your X account. Fuck X. Fuck them, Nazi bastards. They suspended me for telling a racist to jump off a low bridge. They suspended me for that. So I cannot post. So everybody post what I just posted on to X if you have any way of doing it so that people will know where the show is located. I just am beside myself. It's just I'm tired. I'm tired of the whole thing, to be very honest with you. Got to add, hey, Hammer Time, how you doing?
Hammer.
And hello to David Talevsky. Hello to the Moose.
Moose.
Yeah, everybody, the link that I'm posting up here in the chat, please put this up for me on X because they have suspended me. So,
wow.
Yeah, so be that as it may, the show goes on.
Well, Jimmy Haslam run X now, huh?
Well, I mean, Nazis run X. Elon Musk, the Nazi. Yeah.
Fair enough. No, I'm not on X. We'll never.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be. Nobody should be at this point. If that gets you kicked off, my God, jump off a low bridge. It's an expression. Person wouldn't hurt themselves if they jumped off a low bridge.
Hey, you know what? The good news is
if you're in Italy, you would jump off the
Steelers.
I can't go with two people. What did you say, Bronk?
We beat the fucking Steelers. That's the good news, mate.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose. But
and you know what they say a low bridge in Italian? Lola Brigida.
Oh, thank you.
That was worth waiting for.
It really was. And that's the kind of substance we all look for. You know, the thing that bothers me is that this is going to kill the viewership of this program. And because I can't get it out on my to my subscribers. People. Yeah. I mean, they're spiteful, hateful people, and they follow everything you say, and they will fuck your wife and children because they're perverts. Wow. God, I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of Donald Trump. I'm sick of have my life run by the government. I'm sick of it. God, if anything would make me buy a gun. God sakes.
Yeah, all right.
No, I mean, I would never buy a gun because I'm afraid of guns.
How's your lighting? Did you get your problem fixed? You got
Yeah. These are new lights that I put in, and you know what's really cool about this lighting system?
It looks better.
Yeah, that's because I can control it bulb by bulb. So if I put in all the bulbs, I can choose that this one turns on and that one turns on. So it gives me, instead of that burst of daylight, because the LED bulbs are more powerful today, the daylight kinds of light.
Yeah.
So I just I put in 4, and I'm only using 2.
Well, there you go.
And boy, look at that.
And no smell, no electrical fire, no nothing.
Yeah. And I was going to say, for older people, a little bit less harsh light is always a good thing. So
that's why I don't have the camera on.
So at any rate, yeah, this kind of, I've been scrambling here as best I could and didn't even realize, but they're cowardly, but the way they let you know is they don't let you, like YouTube will make a mistake because it's AI. And if you put up something and you can challenge it,
right,
but there's no way to challenge it because it's authoritarian, and it's strictly right-wing authoritarian. Wow. And they don't like me, and I don't like them. And I don't like people posting things on my, on my timeline that are blatant racist rants. I don't like it.
You could always go on Truth Social. They let you post whatever the hell you want there, it seems like.
And no fact checking on that one.
No fact checking. That's right. Yeah. So winning this game, you knew it was going to come down to the end. And
Yeah.
part of me had a feeling it would come down to the end to a flag and the Steelers would run off jubilantly.
Yeah.
I mean, we gave up chunk plays at the end that we didn't need to. Shador was good in the first half and was stymied in the second half. We have, when Fannin went out, no threat at the tight end, yet we still run the Stefanski 18 tight end formation. And so every player plus 7 are all tight ends on the field at the same time. These guys have not played all year. They haven't, there's no, shall we say, timing between the quarterback and these tight ends. They don't get open. They run like old moving vans, and they're not NFL players or practice squad guys.
Well, that Canelo was on The Sopranos last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah.
He was the leading tight end in the UFL. Now, come on.
Yeah, right.
How can you miss that?
You know,
And
you know what I
Columbus
like?
is going to have a team.
I like it right in my trousers.
No, my name's Cannoli. My name is Cannoli. Okay, you got it wrong. And second of all, I like the air conditioning indoors. Okay, I like indoor football. I don't have to run as much. Everyone's jammed in. You can push people. If you have like a little Derringer, you can pull it out of your uniform. You can shoot a guy. You know, there's lots of things to like about that league. That's why I play for them. Now, the other guy, Whitehurst, I don't know what he does. I would sick him on Cam Robinson, but he wouldn't be able to hurt him.
Well, what he is, he's the Timu version of Gary Burnage. So, yeah.
Well, Barnage could catch the ball. He had hands, you know.
Yeah.
Cornholy. That's
Cornholy.
what they call me at Christmas, you know, Cornholy. Amen.
Wow.
Amen to that, Wable. Yeah.
You're wound up today. You need to I don't know. Let it all out.
Yeah. And Pat is saying, I thought Friarmouth was in a nursing home. No, but all I heard were Steeler fans.
Go boo!
Moose!
Yeah.
I thought they were saying moose because they're getting excited about the post
I was
game
like,
show.
I was standing
Yeah,
up
they
going,
call it all
yeah,
wrong.
I'm here, moose.
Oh my God. So there will be no promotion for a week on X of this program because that's the way Elon wants to punish me. And the way I'm going to punish him is I'm going to laugh when he dies, and he's going to die. I'm going to outlive that cocksucker, and he's going to die. All that fucking money, and it's not going to make any difference. He's got no soul. Good God. What in the
I
hell?
just think it's hilarious. I mean, who do we root for in the Ravens versus Steelers next week? Who do we really
Injuries.
want to see lose?
Injuries, clearly.
And-
Injuries, obviously. Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you honestly, the Steelers are not very good.
No, they're not.
And
No, they couldn't score a touchdown on us.
until the end of the game, when the Browns defense went la 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 la, it's the banana split show, yeah la la, you know, until they turned into fucking Muppets on the field. Aaron Rodgers couldn't do dick. He was just dink and dunk.
He
He
is
didn't
not
even try to
John
throw a
Elway.
ball downfield.
There was no creation in that offense. They thought Mercedes Valdez Scantling fucking the
He's
15th
an
or whatever.
idiot. Yeah,
They thought he was a combination of Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
Well, yeah, but you know what
he's
the
a
thing that's
moron.
the funny part is that you honestly got the feeling that Tomlin expected the Browns to just lose.
Exactly. That we were going to give the game to them somehow.
Well, let's see how close we can run this down to the end before we break their hearts. You know, that's kind of what it felt like.
If you freeze the frame right here, you can see where their heart breaks.
And there's the Steeler fans who have, you know, peanuts in the shell up their nose and going, It's a happening. It's a happening. You know, Browns fans are like, I mean, just totally stricken. And I really thought, you know what I was hoping? I was hoping that Stefanski would go for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal.
I was going to pick the option play. I was thinking that too, man. Bring in Isaiah Bond and, you know, option pass to.
No. Take Schwesinger and put him in the backfield to run the ball because he's limping. That would be. I mean,
Harold Fannin back out.
Did you see him go up, Stefanski, run up to Delpit?
Yep.
And Delpit's like, you got bad breath, man. Get away from me.
Get away from me.
You're the one who's ruined my ear.
You're a dead man walking. Get away from me.
I'm seeing a counselor now because I have these delusional negative thoughts because of you and your offense. Get away from me. Don't touch me.
Well, we finally won a game by only scoring 13 points, which is amazing.
Yeah. It's
You know, I'm betting there's a good chunk of Steelers fans that probably expected they were going to lose today.
Well,
I picked the Browns to win,
Not-
except my
not
show
the
got
one sign,
aborted
though.
because of an electrical hazard.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen, but just imagine all those poor Steeler fans having to drive back to Youngstown now. You know, I mean, fuck them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the guys that work on the turnpike on this trip back from Cleveland because that place is going to be a wreck.
Yeah, don't go to the rest area.
Yeah, but Stefanski's trying to use this as leverage. See, I'm going to keep my job.
No, we won our game in December. So we got our win in September, October, November, and now December.
One
win
per
a
month.
No, get this. Here's going to be
predicted.
Jimmy Haslam is going to show up. He's going to show up after the game.
I think we should fire him this week. That'd be hilarious.
No. He's going to say,
you have to pay him.
wait, here's Jimmy. You ready for his line? Woo! Woo! 4-13's going to cut it. Woo! Welcome back, Kevin. Come on back in.
He got himself an extension over that Steelers win.
Well, no, the guy with the extension is Haslam. He wants to be filleted.
No, that's D. D's got the extension.
Stat of the day. Since 2018, the Steelers are 1-6-1 in Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, anyone who says that Mike Tomlin is a great coach, he's not a great coach. He is a guy who is locked in the past, who has no answer to modern day football. And it's just the toughness that he spawns in his players that keeps him around 500. But this was an absolute must-win game for the Steelers.
They didn't win it.
and they peed down their leg against a team that was trying to give it to them. I mean, the Browns didn't do anything in the second half of the game to speak of. And
Either team did, really.
well, the other thing that really bothered me is it's like, we got to run the ball, man. We got to run the ball. I mean, this nonsense of just continually, pass after pass after pass. Well, so we run the ball. There were two big plays, flag. The second we get any play over 3 yards,
they find a holding penalty. Every play.
The Steelers ran the ball over and over and over. Not a single holding call.
There were holdings, but they weren't called.
They weren't called.
I'm a referee apologist.
But
to their defense,
we
have given up boatloads of yards on the ground all year long to every Tom, Dick, and Harry team out there, and we haven't been able to run, and we know our offensive line is hot garbage. So, and you see who the flags were on. It was the guys that once again should be on the freaking practice squad.
Well, that they were holds.
No, those guys should be on the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can find that anytime an offensive lineman engages somebody with their hands. I mean, that
Exactly.
you would never get out of the first quarter of any game if you were calling them, but it was all being called on the basis of the productivity of the play. That's not the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah, if the Browns play, if the run goes for 2 yards, they don't call it. But if it goes for 12 yards, they fucking call it every single fucking time.
Yeah, we can't give them field
Well,
position.
yeah,
for
that's
God's
what you're
sakes.
supposed to do.
And
I
as
don't
far
care if you get 2 yards.
and at Leastrin is asking, what do you think is going to happen after next week's game? Does that mean that we
The
will
sun will
see
come up.
changes? Yes, they're going to be sex changes. A number of the players are considering becoming transgendered. Look, I can't begin to even guess what stupidity might lie ahead for the Cleveland Browns and their front office and their ownership and their coaching. And if 3-14 doesn't cut it, 4-13 doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut it for the fans. There were more Steeler fans in the stadium than Browns fans. I mean, if the owner can't see that,
I think there were equal parts empty seats as well.
Boo.
that too.
Yeah,
Who won?
there
I
were
mean,
a
even
lot
the
of- lot of
Steelers-
orange seats.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
even the Steelers fans were like, drive 90 minutes for that shit? Fuck no. Fuck no, I'm not going there. I can see that nice, warm, and
You said
toasty
you're,
in my house.
You said your account's suspended. I can still see it on here.
You can see what on here?
Your X account. I still see it.
Oh, yeah, I can't post. They've taken
Well,
away
it's probably
some
a
of my privileges.
Take it
Well, it's
away.
probably just temporary.
6 fucking days
6 days is a long time move.
for
Wow.
nothing. So,
Wow.
what the hell? That
Did they pull down your post? Because I want to read this shit.
No, that's all I wrote. Jump off a low bridge.
Wow.
That's
Wow,
literally that was the
you're-
extent of it.
You're encouraging.
Suicide.
What is
yeah.
the word that you can't use that word. You have
Incitement.
to.
Incite-
You were
Inciting violence.
encouraging
Yeah,
life-ending actions or something like that.
Well, then
Life.
So once I get back, I'm going to say, stab Elon Musk with a sharp knife in the heart until he stops breathing. I mean, I might as well get my money's
that
worth.
should get you a couple
God.
days.
God
Oh,
almighty.
dear.
So what do I think is going to happen after next week's game? I don't know. I mean,
Well,
there's no
we-
deserving way that these people deserve the coach and all that. They
No.
come back with this. And the fact is, we should have been able to score at least 10 more points in this game
Absolutely.
without thinking twice about it. But the coach just wanted to use his tight ends, and that's it. And, we and the fact that we don't have any wide receivers that he feels he has to use those tight ends shows that we've drafted all the wrong players, and we don't want these people around when we have picks. And the thing that is bothering the hell out of me is fans are saying, "Oh, he figures we'd win. It's just going to hurt our draft position."
Oh. Those people are pussies. Come on.
Here's the position I'd like to see those people in. And it would be in a masochistic house of porn with them stomach down.
With
That's
Cass
the position
Tadano.
I want to see them. Good God. I
It
mean,
wouldn't be a
you just went from number 2 pick to number 6. If you can't find offensive linemen and wide receivers, we don't want a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback. We need skilled players on the offensive line and wide receivers. I can't say it often enough.
It wouldn't be a Moohead radio show without an ass rape reference.
That's
That's
exactly
right. Yes.
Oh, okay. And Wable saying white.
White horse.
Wait, are you ready for this?
White horse.
The white horse slower than a cherry tree. Woo hoo, woo hoo. Oh, sorry.
Oh man, I was just gonna.
Is that
go,
KT Leviston?
KT Levy.
Alright.
Leviston, oh Leviston.
Leviston.
I
I'm
can see
Dan Campbell.
your cat claws holding. Bear, bear, bear. Oh, God.
Oh, it's like Leviston on that one run that could have probably iced the game and not given Pittsburgh any shot at
Oh.
driving down the field. He just grabs Patrick Queen and just lifts him up in the air.
As of current, Browns are sitting at 6 right now in the draft. Number 6.
Right. And that's what they said. You just dropped from number 2 to number 6 with that win. I hope you enjoy it. And it's like, hey, you know, if you're a Steelers fan, get on your stomach. All right. Shedeur Sanders has 2 touchdown passes and 7 interceptions. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat the whole situation. What I'll tell you is this. If you looked at the 2 guys playing and you came out to the conclusion that Dylan Gabriel was a better option, then you're entitled to your opinion. You're a slow motherfucker and you're mentally slow and you need to get a comfy seat in the back of a short bus. But if that's your opinion, cool, run with it. But nobody seems to understand that the wild, ridiculous reaches that the Browns make consistently on draft day that don't pay off. The Anthony Schwartzes, you could have gotten for Anthony Schwartz, you'd get a probably a completely startable offensive lineman. If you're going in the 3rd round and you're taking reaches on track guys who aren't even football players in college, then this is what you're going to get. Don't need that reach. I mean, you're going to be the people who, in the end, sit back and say, "Oh, we got to get Mendoza." We got. Then when Mendoza comes up and he plays like the Indiana Hoosier guy who beat a bunch of pansies during the course of the season and had a low-scoring good win over Ohio State that the defense propelled Indiana to. You're going to go, "Oh, why did we draft him? It was the other guy." And I'm just going to give you 2 of these, and I'm going to have, the New York guy. Okay, get on your stomach. Here comes the snake. Don't clench. It'll only hurt worse. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand the thought. Nobody's going to be trying up that high to get the best wide receiver or the best offensive lineman.
No,
they're not. They're going to be all available for you to choose the very best prime of the prime. So why not do that? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, but that's just not our style, man.
Yeah.
We're going to trade down 3 times and end up taking a flyer on some guy who's 5'8".
Pat wants a tie in the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. Look, and who I saw in the studio earlier. Did you see who
Not
showed
Joe
up?
Shipley.
Yeah.
Be there.
On your stomach. You, Shipley, on your stomach and take it. Take it raw. Raw.
Snoop Hundley played a hell of a game yesterday. He is my man.
You put him in an offense where you could use his legs and just throw short passes, and you have Derrick Henry blasting through people.
Oh, God damn.
He's going to look
good.
Hall
of Famer.
Yeah, but you saw him play, not only for Cleveland, but before that, you saw him with teams that didn't have running games and offensive lines, and
Exactly. Yeah.
And he looked far worse than Shedeur.
I mean, if you put Shedeur on the Ravens, now that might be another proposition entirely.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter to me who the hell wins because both teams suck, and Lamar Jackson will find a way to.
There's a rumor going Lamar.
Go ahead, say it again.
Sorry. All right.
Go ahead.
There's a rumor Lamar.
Okay, everybody gets it out there. Go ahead, David.
Yeah. There's a rumor that Lamar and John Harbaugh might not be getting along anymore.
Oh, no.
Well, they divulged the secret that, his practice habits aren't very good.
What, John's?
Did you read that he stays up late playing video games, and then they purposely they moved practices up to 1:00 in the afternoon to accommodate him because he wants to sleep because he stays up late playing video games?
Damn, he sounds like my kind of guy.
Well, somebody who puts himself first and the team, And all the stuff that I've read about him over the course of time, and it's like he's not deserving. The only one deserving is Joe Shitley. He's the guy who's deserving
Wow.
because he's a cretin. I mean, one of those teams has to win, and the Ravens are the better team. Than they're underachieving, mind you, but they're the better team than the Steelers.
Well,
and I think
But
this loss crushed the Steelers in my estimation.
yeah, I gotta say this: Lamar's fan base is the most delusional in the NFL. The excuses they make up to defend him, I will never understand. When the Ravens lose, it's always the team's fault, not his.
I've never seen him take responsibility for much of anything, but again, he's got more talent surrounding him as far as wide receivers. Thank God DK Metcalf was out for this game because that's who you knew Rodgers was going to lean on because he has to lean on somebody, and he didn't have anybody except for Freiermuth at the end.
As evidenced by this game, not if Denzel Ward was covering him.
Right. I mean, Denzel's a really good defender. I mean, and we do have some really good players. I really don't understand why Carson Schwezinger, your prize rookie, is being allowed to play out there with an injured leg. I don't.
Tracy Wolfson made a statement saying that the Browns had asked him about it, but he wanted to keep playing.
You know, but
Baker Mayfield when
you
he
know,
hurt his
the
off
time
shoulder.
I talked about that was the Cavaliers with Kenny
Exactly.
Atkinson sitting down with DeAndre Hunter. Do you want to start or do you want to come off the bench? Well, shit, coach. I want to start. And of course, that's when everything crashes. It's not up to the players.
Who's
not
running the
way it
fucking
works.
team? You know, who is running the fucking team?
We're
if
trying
that's
to
the case?
win a game. We're not,
Yeah.
and I understand that Carson Schwezinger is a tough kid, but I don't want him hurting his body and shortening his career. The kid has a really great future. Somebody has to have the common sense to override that kind of a decision because they were throwing the ball right over his head because he couldn't even back up.
If he had blown out his Achilles,
Yep,
in that second half, then we'd be fucking fuming, wouldn't we? So
you know something, Wizard, that would be too damn good for him. All right. And Doggy Bones is trying to, Tony the Calf is a MAGA supporter. I know Tony is pro-Trump, but Tony and I go back long before there is the political thing. I love Tony the Calf.
Yeah, Tony the Calf's cool.
We've been friends for 21 years now.
Yeah, that doesn't get in the way. It's people who post things who are just blatantly hateful. I just don't want that on my timeline. And I keep blocking and blocking and blocking, and more comes at me. This is what they're trying to do to stir people up. And if I just say one little thing in return to one of their people, then you get suspended. It's just this is what they've done. It's not America first, it's billionaires first. And believe me, I'm a pretty wealthy guy, and I got nothing against people earning money. I got nothing against that at all. Taking advantage of the government or using the government or twisting the rules of legislation to make money, I have a problem with that. That I do not like.
Don't forget insider trading move.
Yeah, well, sure, but that's an equal opportunity thievery now, isn't it?
That in government.
Christopher Milton, my man, it's good. It's good to see you. And I hope you're doing all right, my friend. I really do. Yeah, and this sums it up for me too. It all sucks. I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God Almighty! Yeah, I mean that was it. The Delpit was literally telling Stefanski, "Get away from me!
You're not cool, man. Get away. You got cooties, man."
No, it's like I don't want to be seen with you. You're not going to be the coach next year. Get away from me! I didn't do this for you, asshole.
Wow.
And that's right, Keith. The North blows. It's true. It's not.
Oh, no one should be going anywhere near the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of blowy divisions, the Panthers and the Bucks both lost. So
yeah, the Panthers would have won
the Bucks
fucking
lost?
division. They did. They
everybody
lost to
lost.
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers.
Jesus
Texas
Christ.
Longhorns.
That rhymes with manure, doesn't it?
Shoot the NFC South into the sun.
You're telling me that Baker Mayfield lost against
To
Quinn
the
Ewers? What?
Dolphins. They lost to the fucking Dolphins, man.
That's not possible. What was the score?
20 to
Quinn had a good
20
game.
to 17.
He had 3 picks. Baker did.
Oh,
Wow.
By the way,
There you go.
Baker's
we
going
get
to
the
bake,
NFC South
baby.
next year.
I can never understand what David's saying because he's interrupting because he has this delay on his
Yeah,
microphone. What did you
Yeah,
say,
we
David?
get the NFC South next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
fair enough.
Yeah. I was, we hope that Stefanski gets fired, but I would only
Oh,
believe
God
it when I
knows.
see
have
it.
No idea what's going to happen with Stefanski. I really don't.
I was expecting a phantom flag on Ward in the end
we all
zone.
were.
All of us.
Yeah.
We all were.
Should have been a flag.
Nah, when you looked at it again, there's no flag there. Ball was
No.
overthrown. He did grab him a little, but it's
There's going to
still
be
less
contact
than
on every
like
play,
that
for
all
God's
time, yeah.
sakes, especially when you're down inside the 10-yard line and you only got so many
Hey,
ways you can go.
the
There's
Steelers
been a
went
guy
the
that's
whole,
been posting. I'm sorry, Brunk.
Yeah, the Steelers went the whole game without a holding penalty, I think. If I'm not correct.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, the one thing though, there's been a guy's been posting like historic Browns content on either Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or something. I don't know. Mr. Cleveland something or other, and it's like Kosar and Sipe and I'm watching those plays and I'm watching the contact downfield. And keep in mind, this is after, when they tightened up the defense, right?
They did,
Where they
yeah.
can't start to do that. And I'm thinking, man, those guys aren't touching those receivers at all, when the ball's getting there. And I'm just thinking, I wonder how those receivers from that era would, we know they're not as fast and what is strong or whatever, but I just wonder how they would even be able to play in this. They would be,
Dead.
practice squad at all, because you're just looking at it and you're going, God, they're not even touching the guy and he's making this play. Now, I don't know if it was just because they were sly or whatever, but
Yeah. Now, Raheem Sanders, that was the best running back. They take him out like they used to do with Chubb. I don't know what the story is there. Dylan Sampson, I'm really shocked that a guy who was an actual draft pick doesn't get an opportunity to play. But look at me. I'm shocked that Lonzo Ball plays and CPJ doesn't.
Oh my God.
So
Lonzo
what
Ball.
do I know? Obviously, there are some minds at the top that think a certain way. I think that Raheem Sanders is a more rugged inside runner. He's not going to get you big plays, but he might be able to get you some tough yardage. He did not get an important third down and short, but there's no blocking by the offensive line. And it was also not a clean handoff on that play. It looked like it was an awkward handoff.
I'm betting probably when it comes to the running backs, it's a whole analytic thing. They look at which back is the best to use in which situation, something like that. Just that kind of crap.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, now we're getting the Stefanski fucking slobber on social media and shit.
Big lurker here.
Nathan Zagura comments, the way this team is fighting for Kevin Stefanski is impressive.
No, they're not fighting for him.
Nathan is paid by the team. Give me a
It'll
break.
make it
Absolutely.
difficult for Jimmy Haslam to fire.
Nathan,
Just wait
you know
till
what
they get
Nathan,
their asses
Fucking
handed to them
four
next
wins.
week.
do you know what Nathan is? He's a famous hot dog.
Wow. He's a Coney bog.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
Nathan Zagura.
I don't know what all emojis mean. Somebody clue me in.
That's Shadur's celebration.
Ah, okay,
Wrist up.
good.
Yeah.
The wristwatch and the muscle.
Oh, okay.
Legendary.
No, I thought
Yeah.
that was
It's
his
it's time.
toward the heavens. I thought that was like a thing of his religious belief. I don't know. Everyone has their own, every quarterback is a reach. As long as you
Yeah,
look at
they're
the history of drafting people, there's usually the guys that come out who are larger, bigger framed, can take a little bit more punishment, and have strong arms. If they have any degree of mobility, that's just an added extra bonus. Those are the guys who have the longer careers. The guys who have the shorter careers are the guys who, are
they're the shorter guys.
Yeah, the RG3s, the guys who are the Michael Vicks, the guys who really want to, move a lot with the ball. Even Cam Newton, who was a big guy, but wanted to run the football. And now Lamar Jackson. Overrated. Is that game going to be in Baltimore?
No,
I think so.
No,
it's in Pittsburgh.
Well, right
So
now,
there's
the
really-
national game on Fox here in Columbus is two really good quarterbacks with Buffalo and Philly.
Wow.
And it's kind of interesting. Neither one's having that great of a game right now, but I'd take either one of those guys over anything we've had in the last 15, 20 years.
Hey, another guy, Lil TG 2326. Hello there. Yeah, I love seeing people that have been around putting up with my nonsense for so many years. Yeah, it's great seeing people like the Sparrows returning to Capistrano. It's a wonderful
Or the Woolly
thing.
Bears returning to Vermilion.
There you go.
You tell him, Dick.
And the Woolly Bear Festival will be happening when the buzzards come back to Hinckley.
The cigar is returning to Dorothy Foldheim's humidor.
I always wondered, if you were a buzzard, it's like, Jesus Christ, we don't catch a fucking break. We get the return to Hinckley?
Wow.
I mean, that's like, no.
So what's the Peter Alice play of the game? Are you gonna have a?
there's some things that, I'll tell you the one that got me. and when again, it was Shadur's second pick, where he just lofted it up in the air, and it was
way.
no, and it was like the receiver, was waving earlier,
Yeah.
But it took forever for the ball to, because he got hit as he threw it. He throws it off his back foot while he's being hit straight up in the air, and it's like, oh, you haven't learned, young man. You haven't learned. That's what you did a couple of weeks ago. Second verse, same as the first. Yep.
Hammer's gone. He's disappeared.
Who did?
We've lost our hammer.
Oh. But if I had a hammer,
I'd hammer in the
I'd hammer
morning.
in the morning.
Hammer in the evening. Make it stop.
if we had the number 2 pick, we could have traded down for more picks. Here's a pick for you. Goodness gracious.
Pick your nose.
Hey, we still have a chance to get these high draft picks by bombing against the Bengals next week.
If we had the number 2 pick, we could have traded it down. And, you know, do you ever get what you want?
No.
Do you ever get what you need? Or are you constantly doing the Andrew Berry or sorry, AB? I'm
Mick Jagger and not getting any satisfaction.
That's it. I mean, you
can't get what you want.
Well, we're going to get more mediocre picks. We're going to let more players come off the board. And
wow.
If you knew what you were doing.
Try sometimes.
Yeah, my God.
You might get what you need. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
fair question.
Thank
Do we draft a receiver or an offensive lineman first? Well, you're not going to. You have to get the receiver, skilled position.
Yeah.
You got to get the receiver first. Now, and the offensive lineman, you're as likely, unless there's just a guy who is out of a big program who's a freaking monster.
Yeah, unless there's a Joe Thomas out there, you're not
Right?
sure.
I mean, and
Anthony Munoz.
and I haven't studied that, so there might be.
Yeah.
But you know, any guy who you can pick up in the second, third round, if they're that well regarded, has some kind of technique, and the new coach for the Browns hopefully will have a big say in what type
Proper
of offense
scheme.
we're going to run and what type of lineman we'll be looking for.
You could
Here's
easily
my
get linemen in free agency.
Oh, that's probably the easiest one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And hello to El Presidente. I hope everything is fine in your world. I really do. Good man, and I appreciate you being here. I don't want people to think that I'm just a fucking raving lunatic, but I'm a cow with guns. All right, you know,
cow guru.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns. What can I tell you?
You get the horn every time.
And DG.
My people.
My people. You see, I love these folks. This is like my family away from family, man.
I like his logo too. I like that little bullet on there.
Yeah.
I think the reality, next season you're heading in probably it's going to be Shador and Deshaun in the quarterback room. That's what I think it's going to be.
Yeah. You know. And DG is right. You take Schlesinger out of the game. You can't jeopardize.
If he got crippled for life, like if he blew his Achilles.
Stefanski wanted that win number 4 so we could turn to Jimmy and say, now you see?
See, Jimmy?
We made progress. Wait a minute, which reminds me.
Sounds like Joe Banner.
We really made some progress here. You know what they came after me for Caddyshack 3.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Nobody heard about me.
Wow.
Kill all the golfers.
They'll arrest you for that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now let's see what Keith's saying. The same thing happened before Elon took over. What same thing was that?
I think
maybe he's referencing the suspensions.
You know something? I was only suspended for like a few hours, and that was many years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, this is a bit of a different thing, and you know, and you know, I'll put up the other side. I agree with you. I have always been a centrist, not a far leftist. I'm a capitalist. I'm not a socialist. I mean, yeah, things have moved into polar directions. What used to be the fiscal conservative Republican has moved so far to the right, and the people who were common sense Democrats who were really interested in helping people who had less and really supported programs that might help people, they've gone all the way out here. And in order to try to get themselves elected, they've become inclusive of people who have some real problems, and that the rest of America isn't going to understand. People who want to change their gender a couple of times at reveal parties. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm somewhere in the middle, and I'd like to say, well, I'm going to pick between the two candidates, which one's better, but they're owned by the same people. So, you know, you wondered what the auto pen was for? Because the billionaires needed it done, and they couldn't count on a guy with Alzheimer's disease to do the right thing, so they signed it for him. You get it? Now with Donald Trump is setting his family up forever and ever and ever. It's that Trump name, and he's setting up his family forever. He's making hay while the sun shines, but he doesn't know about the legislation. He doesn't know what's being signed. Fuck, he doesn't even know what his name is on the social media posts that are coming down with his name on them or being written by somebody else. So you can't trust either side. I don't favor either one. Believe me. Believe me. You know, I hope from your mouth to God's ears. Did somebody say smell the Super Bowl?
Yeah, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
You know what I look like? I look
somebody
like
in the NFC.
Super Bowl the whole trophy filled with horse manure. I'm going to get a good whiff of that. Somebody invoked me. I don't know who in the hell did,
I think
but
you
I'm
did.
here. Every
I'm betting my
mistake.
money. Well,
Go ahead.
I'm going to say that maybe the Rams will win it, but I kind of hope this part of me that hopes the Buffalo finally gets it done.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do, Bronk?
What?
I'm going to blurt out something like, here's what I really think. And then you have to jump in.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm ready.
I don't want to give myself a heart attack.
Yeah. Don't fall off your chair.
Yeah. And old fan here is insistent that should have been a penalty. You're really disturbed that the Browns won.
Well,
You're
he might
supposed to be a
have lost money.
fan. God,
Or a gambler. One of the two.
lighten up, Francis. Come on.
I mean, Vegas had to love this game, man. They had to love this game.
And you're going to get an argument about whether there was a flag on that or a flag on this. Or that. Just savor the fact you got to win. And I'm not going to tell you. In the first half, Shador looked really, really good.
First quarter, basically.
I mean, really, really looked good. And, you see that there are things that, and right now, if I were to say, what is going to be the end result of his career, I would say Jacoby Brissett. He's going to be, except he's got to learn. And I think guys with big arms or big play desires tend to try to do too much when they're young. Yeah. But I would see him being a quarterback. Who would be the ultimate example? Help me here, of a quarterback who could make big plays for you, but he also made way too many mistakes. Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis. Yeah.
Yep. That would be a very good example of somebody who just he could have a 400-yard game, and then he could turn around and throw 4 picks in one game. The next week. So that is unfortunately the downside of what I'm seeing, and I would like to see him play, and I'd like to see the little midget get a chance also in next season with the new coach and a new offensive scheme. Now, what I'm going to ask is something that we're not going to ever have an answer to, but Dylan Gabriel goes down before this week with a shoulder injury.
He
but
went down, huh?
There was no discussion on the part of the Jimmy Haslam bought media how it happened. And it wasn't like, he just got, something happened, he fell on it or something, or, there's nothing.
Wanking injury.
There's a tear in his left shoulder. Well, cows dig deeper. And why do they dig deeper?
Because that's where the food is.
No, they have hooves.
They have hooves.
They have hooves.
Well, that's where the food is.
All right. So I am going to type something in, not into X, mind you. I'm going to be typing. This should be. This should be very interesting.
Are there any games on at the 9:00 window? Is there like 2 games?
Well, you got the toilet bowl. You got the Giants and the Raiders.
Now, see, whoever loses that, they're ahead of us in the draft thing.
Whoever loses that's guaranteed the #1 pick, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all you got is the Giants and Raiders and the Eagles and Bills.
Wow.
Here's something you should know. In 2021, when playing for UCF, on the last play of the game against Louisville in 2021 September, he was hit hard after a lateral play, resulting in a broken left collarbone clavicle.
Wow.
Required no surgery, but sidelined him indefinitely, leading him to use a redshirt season and eventually transfer. He also had a concussion in 2022. All right. But the thing that makes me wonder, and I don't want to be the guy who's going to be starting all ridiculous rumors, but when he played the 6 games this year, he had no arm.
No, he didn't.
He looked like a pitcher who didn't have a fastball anymore. He looked like a guy who, when he tried to throw it 25 yards, would throw a balloon down the field. He looked like Phillip Rivers.
He looked like Vinny Pastano when he went bad, you know?
Exactly. All the life out, like there was just no carry to the throw. And I wonder, and we'll never know, but I wonder if his weak arm is still based upon a broken clavicle and all of the tendons that are around the left shoulder. It's just wear and tear. I mean, when you have that kind of a situation where you break something, if something is torn in there, sometimes it becomes weaker. Okay. And scar tissue can form and it becomes weaker tissue. I never got the feeling that I was ever looking at a 3rd round quarterback selection when he was in the game, because he just didn't have any oomph on the ball. So I'm just wondering if just all of a sudden you can't throw the ball, if this was all wear and tear. Yeah, we'll never know.
If he had something like that, don't you think they'd have had it on the pre-draft report?
Yeah. Well, this is the Browns we're talking about here, and their due diligence.
Yeah, good point.
There's nobody in the chat room who could possibly even tell me that Dylan Gabriel looked like he had a professional arm.
No.
Why was he drafted in the 3rd round? I really don't know. He literally had as weak an arm as I've ever seen in an NFL quarterback. And that goes right up there with DTR, who had no arm also.
Yeah.
But not as a starter. I mean, to get him thinking he was going to be the starting quarterback, you'd have to be delusional.
DTR was like a late pick, so it was a flyby. Hey, he might be something.
Well, that's the bottom line. Radu, it's a player goes off on a wild tangent and does something stupid like that, going to the stands and hitting the fan, and he lets his whole team down. And, they got DK Metcalf and they thought, well, at least we got rid of George Pickens. And, and you got another psycho. It's like, and who was the other guy? The guy who took his shirt off when he ran off the field when he was playing, I think,
Antonio
with
Brown or whatever.
Yeah. They've had some psychopaths playing in Pittsburgh. And DK Metcalf had to be there. They'd have won the game if he had played.
He played, yeah.
And he gets himself suspended for 2 games for this scenario, which is absolutely ridiculous.
All right, well, that makes a point that I want to make here is that if the Browns draft a wide receiver high, can we do some due diligence and make sure that he's not a psychopath? Because why is it that there are so many wide receivers that are absolutely bonkers? Why don't we just get one that's like a normal fucking guy that can play?
And by the way, Radu, add to that list. I heard David jump in, and it jumped out of my mind. Oh gosh, I'll think for. Go ahead, David.
Sorry. Oh yeah, I was gonna add the only one that I can think of in this draft right now is Carnell Tate out of Ohio State, but he seems like he's well behaved.
Well, there you go. That's what we need. We don't need any psychopaths. We don't need Antonio Callaway's or Josh Gordon's. We already gave on all that shit.
Yeah. So the thing is that I think when the Steelers drafted Pickens, and that was the first thing that I said, it was like,
he's a nut job.
Don't draft him because he's bad news. And he just showed out on the sidelines, and he was moody and he was not coachable, and he was to fits of anger and frustration. What the guy that we had, what was his name? Josh. No, Josh
Gordon.
Josh Gordon was to substances. Couldn't get his head straight. Yeah. You need to find people who are solid players, but you have to be a little. to play football, but still not like
Correct.
that.
No.
Now, what was your point you were saying to Radu? Were you going to add to the
Oh,
list?
yeah. I was trying to pull up the name and I had it in my head. A guy.
You're about Mary Kay.
Yeah, it was like don't listen to Nathan because he's a sellout and all that. But I've lost the name in my mind, and so
Like Sports Boy
Anthony
Tony.
Lima?
No. This is Chris Fedor.
Chris Fedor.
But don't pay any attention to him either. He's just
Tell him to stick to basketball.
Yeah. And you know, I don't think that any of the quarterbacks that I saw from the top programs are.
No,
and
they're not that good.
The other thing is, I mean, look at a guy like Lamar who comes from Louisville, and the rap on him is he couldn't throw. And by God, they were right. But so athletic that he actually made a few runs at things and, and got wins. It doesn't take a Hall of Fame quarterback to get this done. You need to protect the guy and you have to let him grow. And when you see the players who come up who were drafted high, the Sam Darnolds, who are absolute busts because they wind up in places like the New York Jets or the Cleveland Browns or really bad quality football teams, sometimes it just takes time. It just takes time to get these folks up and going.
Wait to their second contract. Who's going to wait 7 years for Sam Darnold or Jared Goff to suddenly blossom and be a winning franchise? No one's got that time to wait. So I can see Mendoza like hanging around for 5 years and then suddenly, doing what Darnold and Mayfield are doing and have a decent year. But I don't see him out of the box having a good first 3 seasons, particularly if he goes to the Raiders or some other stupid ass team.
Yeah. Jason's asking a question, Bronk. Answer him. How did I get the name Moohead?
It's because you actually have running with a cow and your head. Somebody said you look like a cow.
No.
No. I think
nice try though. Back in the very
radio days.
Early 1980s, when I was just starting out as a sales representative, I had a very good friend who was living out in Jackson Township area outside of Canton, and he had a little boy, and he would go walking with his little boy out, and there was a big cow pasture, and whenever he'd want to see the cow, but the cow was always on the other side of the field, and he would never come. One day, I went over to walk with him. And he was calling for the cow. He wanted to see the cow. And I said to my friend, Eddie, I said, hey, Eddie, I speak fluent cow. And he just kind of looked at me cockeyed. And I said, I can get him to come over. And I proceeded to do this. Okay. The cow comes over. He comes trotting over to the fence. It's like, my people. And the kid was reaching out and petting the cow. Aww. And from that moment, I was Mr. Moohead. And Mr. Moohead took on an identity through my life, through my radio career and all of that. So, yeah. And I wanted it to be the name of the program. It has nothing to do with sports.
I wonder what that pasture is now.
Probably apartment buildings.
No, a data center for AI. But
yeah, out in Jackson Township. In those days, there were, probably part of a strip center now. Honestly.
Yeah. You remember that story, Tony the Calf? Because I kind of vaguely,
a little bit. It's been so
it kind of
long
rings
since
a
you
bell.
said it.
Yeah, but rarely. I mean, Tony will go meh, and I'll go. But, you don't get the full. It's kind of like Carol Burnett's Tarzan impersonation. Right. It's
it
like
can ring my bell.
You have to get that, like your fourth. You got to get it done. You got to get it done right.
Can I just make a quick comment about Radu's comment up here?
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to see Sam Merrill guarding Kevin Durant 1-on-1?
Oh,
My God. That was just
You
a
know,
They really did that?
domination last
well,
night.
no,
I was
Mike.
watching that game. It was so bad.
Oh,
It
the
was so
quote of the
bad.
day was from Kenny Atkinson, the soon-to-be
no.
ex-coach of the Cleveland
Yeah,
Cavaliers.
he's going to get fired the way it's
You know,
gone.
he's always got stubble, kind of unshaven. He's
Yeah,
got his
and
hair kind of greasy
Hair all
looking.
gelled out.
Yeah.
all that.
And he's like, I could tell. I don't have his voice. I don't, because
Yeah.
at the end of the first quarter, that game was over. It was over.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's like, and what did you do to stop it, coach? I was just sitting there thinking to myself, it's over.
Yeah. Wow, that was just. I actually turned that game off. So, unbelievable.
I watched like a little bit of the game against the Knicks on Christmas when I was flying home, but it was like towards the tail end when they started to blow it.
Well, Houston's just another level compared to the Cavs. I mean,
Well,
they are
yeah.
just so much better.
I will say this briefly because this is a Browns post-game show, but I'll say this briefly, is that you have a real problem when you can't win against fast, athletic teams, and you can't win against tall, half-court teams.
You can't win against anybody then, can you?
Basically, this is a sub 500 team, and they're going to finish the season under 500. They're not any good. And what they really need to do is to get rid of Jared Allen and try to get somebody with some physicality. And the problem that we have is that, and I've said this before, but it's becoming more and more apparent, is that Kenny Atkinson came in with an idea, with a blueprint of playing a fast passing, don't hold on to the ball long, move, constant motion. And the two best players doing that are not Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, by the way. It's Strus and Merrill, who are the best perpetual motion guys on the team to get looks. So we had to go a big part of the season without them. Then to really make the whole thing more confusing, Jared Allen, who has been a complete letdown, and his whole career. I mean, he had a little uptick when he came into the Cavaliers, but his whole career he's been gentle Ben, and you can't really have that. And he's and putting him on the floor at the same time as Evan Mobley, and having them both dribbling the ball. I want to say something about Jared Allen because I want to get this out of my system, is that his finger never healed. Because if you saw him trying to handle the ball,
he can't handle the ball.
He literally shooting more with his left hand than with his right. Yeah. So why is he out there? I don't understand that. And Evan Mobley can't dribble the ball to save his soul. And why are we putting them in positions? One has to go. That would be Jared Allen. And you've got to play Mobley in a position where you stop the nonsense of him being, a master of all trades, and get him into taking mid-range shots, not trying to dribble the ball, not dribbling the ball up the floor, playing defense, and getting rebounds. And get his body built up. God damn it! I'm sick of saying that about this team too.
Yeah.
But the reason they're not doing it is because they want to play fast basketball. The other thing is, it has become apparent to me that there is no chemistry between Darius Garland and Mitchell. There's no, this is like Wall and Bradley Beal used to be for the Wizards. There is no melding between these two guys. And you're never going to win games. People said, God, we're so close to beating the Knicks. No, because Donovan Mitchell took 40% of your shots, team shots, in the fourth quarter himself.
Wow.
Somebody,
go ahead.
Somebody on Facebook said the Cavs miss Isaac Okoro.
Well,
Isaac Okoro hasn't helped Chicago. He's not going to help anybody. He can't shoot the basketball. He doesn't have enough arc on the ball. He shoots line drives, and they've tried to teach him, and he just doesn't get it.
No.
But again, And believe me, the Lonzo Ball thing, I would just sit him for good.
I would like send him away. I mean, Lonzo Ball, Keith, Wade, and Allen on the court at the same time are turnovers waiting to happen. And the thing about Lonzo is he tries to do these cool, slick passes that end up running into the crowd. They knock out the third row of the crowd. Because no one's expecting.
Or lazy passes where he just lobs ball and guy
just
cuts it in
lobs
front
the
and
ball
steals it and gives up a layup. Or unable when he has a breakaway layup to finish because he's too slow.
At all. He can't. He's the only person that can miss the rim on a layup. I thought LeVert was bad on layups, but Lonzo Ball is even worse than Karis LeVert on layups.
Where is Karis LeVert now?
Dead, I think.
Yeah, and Karis LeVert,
Atlanta, I believe,
another volume shooter. And what's happened is that DeAndre Hunter has lost his mojo completely. We know he can do better, but it's like when he lost Ty Jerome, his college buddy, his attitude has gone south, and he's just dragging up and down the floor.
They're a terrible team to watch.
Does he still play Larry Nance Jr.?
No, he's been injured. Larry's been injured for weeks and weeks and weeks because his body can't hold up anymore. And and people say, "Oh, it's great to have him back. It's nice to have him back in Northeast Ohio. He's a wonderful guy. He's not a productive NBA player anymore." And I think he knows that. Yeah. But he wanted to finish his career in Cleveland. This will be the last that you see of him. He's not going to play anymore in the NBA. But you can't hold down roster positions when you need people and you have so many people. I mean, do you know how ridiculous it is when people are saying, we got to play Thomas Bryant? It's like, Thomas Bryant? This is a career guy, 3 minute a game when the game's over kind of guy. And that's what you're hoping for, because we have a real problem. You get rid of Jared Allen, you get rid of Lonzo Ball, and you start playing the young people, CPJ. You got to get Proctor out the floor. Proctor is rushing his shot, but again, I see possibilities in him.
Yeah, he's got an upside to him. None of these.
Well, he's got talent. He wouldn't have been at Duke playing with those guys if he didn't have talent. The question is, how can he work in the offseason? And what pisses me off is that CPJ did exactly what they asked him to do, which was not become a little plump guy, get into shape. And he did what Darius Garland refuses to do, you see?
Yeah.
So, but it's Darius Garland who's rewarded in the end. And whenever he gets injured during the season, oh, poor Darius. But, again, Darius Garland can make shots when it doesn't matter. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell can try to be a hero in the fourth quarter. He's a talented player, but he does not have the magic that LeBron had of galvanizing his teammates. I don't think the teammates believe in him. I think that it's just like, you better not throw the ball to him because it'll stick.
Yeah, there's not the leadership on this team, and it's terrible to watch at the moment.
Hey, speaking of basketball, Lou, I don't know if you were following my tweets when I was down under or not, but my uncle had taken us to go see the Australian Basketball League, the NBL as they call it down there.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, the rules are actually the same as the NBA. But the one thing that I noticed is on the opposing team, because we were watching Melbourne United, the opposing team was the Illawarra Hawks, and playing for them at center, JaVale McGee. Yeah.
You got to end somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what you call really down
too.
under.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was like their highest scorer on that team, too.
England, and once you left Australia, England actually won a cricket match. So,
oh really?
Yeah.
Hey, give credit to Cam Hayward. Cam Hayward played a really good game for the Steelers. He really did.
Morbidly obese too. So
big guy, old guy. He's like 35 years old.
Yeah. He may be older than Tony the Calf.
Here you get the sound effect.
I can't get it out. I can't get it out. I'm sorry. I don't have the strength in my shoulder to pull my fist out of your ass, Mary Kay.
I don't have the strength I once had.
Wow.
You should do a
A
screen
new,
share of that picture I sent of you of Mary Kay when she was younger.
Yeah. Well, I was going to use that picture. I tried to get AI to do some tricks with that,
Oh,
but
God.
I
Uh-oh.
got my head got turned in another direction. It will come back one day. It
Okay,
will.
no problem with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and I don't know if it was Tony who mentioned the cricket, but he wanted to take me to a cricket game, but I don't know. It sounds boring to me.
Yeah, you should have given it a chance. Anyway, that's the.
I mean, I checked out the
sport out there.
the national sport is the Australian football.
Well,
That's the one I went and saw last time. That was actually pretty good. The footy, as they call it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, there's two. There's the Australian rules, and then there's the normal soccer. So.
Didn't
That was
anyone
the Australian rules. That's what we saw.
anyone tell Noah here that this emanates from an old folks' home? Did anyone tell him
For you
that?
guys, not for me.
Oh, well, that's the first sign of just denial there, David.
Actually, I'm in some asylum somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I love people who jump into the middle of the fray. It's like, we have a demographic, and what that demographic is are people who are closer to death
Yep.
than they are to birth. Okay.
We have the demographic of from 1955 to 1963. We got that demographic, and then we have this weird demographic from like 1987 to 1993, and nobody in between.
It's our niche, And
Funny thing is, I'm actually after that.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
but,
there you go.
Yeah.
but
You
just
are a
remember,
freak,
Noah. I have heard of cases. Now, I'm not saying anything, but I've heard of cases of pneumonia killing very young people. So
Yes,
be careful.
Yeah, that could happen.
it could happen.
I'm joking.
Wow.
That old fan says that it was a good call on Dylan. Well, Dylan never showed me anything.
Oh, I mean,
Shador shows me something in spurts, but then he'll do something incredibly dumb. And that scares me because that's Jameis Winston-esque. That's a guy who says, I got good foot speed, so I can steal me some crab legs. That's a guy who's going to make bad decisions at critical moments. And if that happens again next year, then you're not going to see me saying we can trust a team and its offense to a guy who handles the ball on every play if he does not have good judgment. So that will be my call. And I hope it's not, but
man.
the NFL wants that Ravens matchup.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
best for business, What was the guy from Godfather 2, Roth, Hyman Roth? Do you remember Hyman Roth? Lee Strasberg was the actor. I'll do that for you.
It's the business that we're in.
So that's the NFL's business, is to get audience from week to week. So
Oh, they were desperate for something on week 18 this show. So they got the Panthers.
Well, it's
and
either
the
between that
Bucks.
or the Panthers-Bucks game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
and Jeffrey's saying Brian Thomas Jr. I don't know anything about this player, but I will look it up.
I think he's a tight end.
Well, we don't need that. Fannin is good a young tight end as there is in the league, but he's saying the guy's got blazing speed.
Wow.
So, yeah.
He's probably got really good meth as well. But
And Keith, I think so too. I shouldn't be making fun of Antonio Brown because he does have a problem, and
Well,
that you don't need.
absolutely.
I think it was blatantly obvious the hit from Montez Burfict caused his problems.
Whenever Andrew Siciliano says, "This is what I'm hearing around," I immediately say, "This has to be the truth."
He's like E.F. Hutton, when people talk, he listens.
Well,
Yeah.
Big ears and a big nose.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
You know what?
Yeah, that my
best thing
nose.
about him-
That would be like when I said something's burning in here and it smelled
Big
like
nose.
electrical. You better believe
You
when
were
a
all
Jewish
over it.
guy smells something, he's the first in the room, right?
You were.
Yeah.
No, the thing about Siciliano is that he doesn't have to pay for direct TV. It just comes automatically into his ears. So you can get it for free.
Thank you, Tom Hawley, and a happy new year to you too. I got to get out of here and take Doggy out for a
Yeah,
walk.
Doggy's sniffing around,
Yes.
isn't he?
So I've given you an hour and 15 minutes of my life, and I hope that if you don't see me around X, it's because I'm waiting out 7 days, and it may end up more than that. Who in the hell knows?
You know what you need? You need the ball glove and ball like what's his face in The Great Escape? You know, the guy with the motorcycle.
Steve
his
McQueen?
name- Steve McQueen, yeah. That's the X prison, where they throw him in the cooler and he's got his ball and he bangs it against the wall. So
What we have
That guy died in
here,
the That guy died in the Mexican hospital, right?
but that
Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
so anything you want to say before we get out of here, David?
Oh, I was just that was my last point.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I have something to say. I'm going to enjoy watching the Giants Raiders game.
The battle for the draft pick. Oh man.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna wet my pants. I gotta get out of here. I'm being
problem.
an asshole. I'm being such an asshole.
You're fighting the hand that feeds you, aren't you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just part of the cow thing, and it's become part of me. What a total asshole I am. I do want to say this. It's the end of another year, and
Thank
you know,
God.
Stephen and David and
We
Moose
love you.
and
We love you, Cleveland.
yeah, I really appreciate everybody who participates in the show, everybody in the chat who supports the program. I appreciate you tremendously, but
And we
sometimes
love the people who hate the program too. God damn.
sometimes a little bit of humor, it can be a little bit reckless. I got to get out of here and take care of my woof, and I will see you all tomorrow. I won't be able to put up any links of the show. You're going to have to find it on your own, but so be it. I'll figure out a way. Thanks, everybody, and have yourself a good evening. Browns win. Browns win. Browns
Yeah.
win.
Monday.
And-
Hey, Moo, before you end the show,
My
did you ever
dad
figure
wants
out
to
what
know.
happened the other day when you had to cancel the show due to the electric problems?
Yeah, he did.
yeah. It turned out that it was a
Light
bulb that blew, and it had this horrible chemical smell. It was an old style CFL bulb. Now, I replaced it with a regular modern series of LEDs. I got all those lights out of the fixture and put in regular LEDs, which what I have up now,
So much
and
better.
everything is fine. But man, it smelled like a wire was on fire.
But no
And
structural damage, right?
no damage. Nope. Thank you for asking. All right, everybody,
Oh, wow.
you have yourselves a good rest of the weekend. And what now, Stephen?
Happy New Year.
Take care, guys. Love you guys.
I love you too. Take care.
I
And
love you, Cleveland.
I love you, Cleveland. Have yourselves a good rest of the night, and we'll see you again come tomorrow. Until then, hasta la vista, Pasture Heads. Good night. What an asshole I am.
Like